So what you're going to step into the college ranks at UW and kind of figure out where you fit in, the avenue of what you kind of want to pursue exactly. How did or what does it mean to have the support of a professional sports team like the Sounders to kind of continue your venture into your next career?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, again, the financial support is a great opportunity, but just knowing that you have not necessarily the connections, but that like a major sports teams are a major part of culture, especially men's sports teams like the Sounders. So knowing that the Sounders support, people like me, people with similar goals and career paths that I want to go to with representing and supporting the LGBT community is an incredibly validating thought, not just for me, but for, the larger community as well.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. The Sounders have been at the forefront of equality and inclusion since day one. I played there for 9 years, so I was at the forefront as well, and something that is held dear to my heart. And the overall accomplishment, let's say you go to school, you graduate, where do you see yourself in, 4 years, or potentially maybe grad school in 6 or 8? What is kind of the outlook and vision for you?
I mean, the dream job would be to be a sports journalist. Specifically, I would love to be like a baseball writer, but I can find, things in all sports, or just I want to, wherever I end up, like represent my community and be a part of my community, whether I'm, a journalist or a community outreach manager or whatever, or a marketer, anything like that. I want to be involved wherever I end up.
I love it. Okay, so what are your ideas on how the LGBTQ athletes can use their platform to help their experiences?
Absolutely. So one thing I want to say is there are so many reasons why an LGBT athlete wouldn't want to come out, whether that's safety or they're just not comfortable. So what we really want to support is for all athletes, regardless of their gender or sexuality, to support that inclusion. Because when we normalize, supporting, including, celebrating LGBT athletes, we can create a culture where it becomes ultimately a non-issue, and that's the goal. People are saying, why does it matter if, so-and-so athlete comes out? But the fact that people are worried about it is exactly the reason why we want to support that. So what we hopefully would do is that those athletes who are comfortable coming out would speak about their experiences and support for especially young athletes, because kids are they're going to grow up and become the next generation that shapes our culture. So if we can just create that attitude of inclusion starting in middle high school sports, hopefully we can create a much more inclusive environment in the years to come.